Have you ever wondered whether a handful of innocent-seeming habits might quietly chip away at the health and happiness you've worked so hard to protect in your golden years? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 7 deadly mistakes doctors spot every week, errors that steal energy, dull joy, and often shorten precious time with family. Stick with me, and you'll learn how to dodge each trap, rebuild vitality, and greet every sunrise with confidence. Sound good? Take a comfortable seat, breathe deeply, and let's begin our journey of renewal together. Together, we'll replace worry with simple actions that deliver peace. Before we dive into the first mistake, remember that every body is unique, and your story deserves respect, not blame. I've spent 3 decades as a physician listening to courageous seniors who felt overwhelmed by conflicting advice. Keto today, kale tomorrow, something new each month. The truth is simpler. Small, consistent shifts beat grand overhauls. As you listen, picture one practical tweak you can start this week, then share it with a friend for accountability. Community, not perfection, is our secret weapon. Keep that supportive mindset close while we explore the pitfalls many people stumble into after 60 with surprising frequency. To keep things clear, we'll tackle each mistake one at a time, moving from the body outward, starting with what you put on your plate and ending with how you nourish the heart and mind. After each section, I'll offer a quick challenge and a brief story from the exam room so you can see real-world results. Feel free to pause, jot notes, or replay any portion. These insights are yours to revisit whenever motivation wavers. Now, open a fresh page in your mental notebook, because mistake number 1 is hiding in many pantries very moment, all across the country. Mistake number 1. Replacing real meals with ultra-processed convenience foods that flood the bloodstream with hidden sugars and inflammatory oils. Many seniors tell me they choose boxed noodles or microwavable dinners because arthritic hands ache when chopping vegetables and energy dips before supper. Unfortunately, these packaged options often carry more sodium in one serving than you should consume in an entire day, raising blood pressure and stealing restful sleep. The fix begins with awareness, reading labels aloud, looking for words like hydrogenated or anything ending in O's, and returning items to the shelf when those red flags appear, without second thought. In clinic last month, I met Helen, 69, who relied on canned soups because opening a pull top felt easier than simmering fresh ingredients. Her swollen ankles and morning headaches told a salty story. Together, we swapped one processed lunch a day for a colorful salad kit topped with pre-cooked chicken strips. Within 2 weeks, her rings fit again, and she proudly reported sleeping through the night for the first time in years. Helen's smile when she walked back in proved that tiny nutritional upgrades can unleash remarkable changes, even after decades of established eating patterns, for her and her family. Quick challenge. Choose one favorite processed item lurking in your pantry, perhaps flavored crackers or sugary cereal. Snap a photo of the ingredients list, then replace it on your next shopping trip with a single ingredient alternative like raw almonds or steel-cut oats. Place the healthier choice at eye level so it's the first thing you see when opening the cupboard. Small swaps stack up, lowering blood pressure, easing joint pain, and trimming grocery bills over time. Remember, progress thrives on visibility. The easier a wholesome option is to reach, the more often you'll select it without hesitation during your busy cooking moments. Mistake number 2. Skipping strength-building exercise because of fear, pain, or outdated myths that weight training is only for bodybuilders. After 60, muscle tissue naturally thins, but it doesn't have to disappear. Lose too much, and daily tasks, lifting grandchildren, rising from low sofas, become exhausting, raising fall risk and sapping independence. Research shows just 2 15-minute sessions of light resistance per week can improve balance and insulin sensitivity dramatically. Think stretchy bands anchored to a doorknob, canned food biceps curls, or chair squats while brushing teeth. Modest movements stimulate rejuvenating signals your body desperately wants to hear and brighten mood almost at once. Consider George, 72, who arrived for his annual exam worried about climbing stairs. We measured his grip strength. It was below average for his age, a red flag for overall frailty. I introduced him to a simple seated row using a resistance band tucked into his dresser drawer. He committed to 3 sets during morning news commercials. 6 weeks later, his handshake felt sturdy, and he gleefully reported tackling the church auditorium steps without handrails. That small victory renewed his confidence, prompting him to join a low-cost community yoga class and expand his circle of supportive friends every single bright weekend. Action step. Place a resistance band beside your television remote tonight. Tomorrow, before turning on a program, perform 10 gentle pulls, elbows close to ribs. Mark the date on a calendar. Each time you complete a mini session, draw a cheerful check mark. Visual tracking sparks momentum, and momentum breeds mastery. If bands hurt arthritic fingers, use lightweight water bottles or practice slow chair stands instead. The aim is engaging large muscles safely, not lifting heavy. Celebrate each progression, perhaps an extra repetition or steadier posture, as a legitimate win on your path towards stronger, more independent living each and every healthy week. Mistake number 3. Ignoring persistent thirst by sipping sweetened beverages instead of water, a hidden saboteur that can masquerade as hunger, dizziness, or achy joints. Dehydration thickens blood, strains kidneys, and clouds thinking, yet many seniors mistake the body's simple request for sugar cravings. Sports drinks and flavored coffees promise quick relief but leave metabolic chaos in their wake. Your goal is half an ounce of plain fluid per pound of body weight, unless your cardiologist advises otherwise, gradually spread throughout the day. Hydration is perhaps the fastest upgrade you can make right now. Your cells celebrate almost immediately with renewed clarity. Lena, 65, kept a tumbler of sweet iced tea on her side table from breakfast through bedtime. She complained of afternoon fatigue and foggy vision, worrying it signaled memory loss. Her labs showed borderline high blood sugar and mild kidney stress. We traded one refill of tea for a tall glass of cucumber-infused water, served in the same cherished tumbler. Within 10 days, Lena called to say she felt like someone turned up the light switch in her brain. Her subsequent laps improved, and she now carries a stainless bottle, decorated with her grandchildren's stickers everywhere as her proud badge. Hydration Challenge. Fill a clear 1-liter pitcher every morning and keep it within arm's reach wherever you spend most of your day. Desk, garden chair, or knitting nook. Aim to empty it by lunchtime, then refill once more for evening hours. Each pour delivers an audible reminder none of us outgrow, the gentle splash of self-care. If water bores your palate, float lemon slices, mint leaves, or a few berries for color without sugary residue. By replacing just one sweet drink daily, most seniors trim hundreds of calories each week and relieve organs working overtime, giving them needed rest and repair. Mistake number 4. Neglecting regular sleep schedules, convincing oneself that a few hours here and there suffice after retirement. Our brains depend on consistent 7 to 9 hour windows to flush toxins, regulate hormones, and consolidate memories. Fragmented rest invites depression, weight gain, and accidents. Technology tempts older adults to binge late-night television or scrolling, blue light suppressing melatonin. Creating a predictable bedtime routine acts like a boarding pass, guiding your mind smoothly toward dreamland. Think warm shower, dimmed lamps, and calming music played at the same time nightly. Training internal clocks that thrive on rhythm for deeper restorative sleep every night ahead. Cliff and Ruth, married 54 years, complained they were turning into perpetual night owls after discovering streaming dramas. Both napped through afternoons and forgot doctor appointments. We experimented with a gentle alarm at 10 p.m. labeled Teeth Tunes Tranquility. When it chimed, they brushed, played instrumental hymns, and shared one gratitude thought before lights out. Within a month, afternoon dozing vanished, and Ruth proudly remembered every medication time without a reminder. Their granddaughter noticed they laughed more during weekend brunches. Good sleep hadn't just refreshed minds, it rekindled the sparkle in their relationship and deepened their sense of companionship wonderfully. Sleep reset. Choose a consistent bedtime tonight and set a calming alarm 1 hour beforehand. Use that hour for gentle wind-down activities. Perhaps stretching, reading soulful poetry, or massaging feet with lavender lotion. Dim overhead lights and silence non-essential notifications. If worrying thoughts intrude, jot them on a bedside pad labeled Tomorrow's List, giving your brain permission to rest. Should you wake during the night, resist screens. Instead, practice slow breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6, repeating until eyelids grow heavy. Within 2 weeks, most people notice steadier moods and brighter morning energy, without relying on extra caffeine later. Mistake number 5. Withdrawing from social circles under the assumption that loneliness is an inevitable part of aging. Science disagrees. Robust friendships protect cognitive function, boost the immune system, and even lower heart attack risk. Isolation often begins subtly. Skipping church meetings when hearing aids need batteries, missing gardening club after knee surgery, or avoiding video calls because new apps feel confusing. Yet our brains are wired for connection. Even brief, positive interactions release oxytocin, the tend and befriend hormone that calms stress. The antidote is intentional outreach. No matter how small the initial step feels, to reignite joy and meaningful engagement daily. Take Miguel, 77, an avid chess player who abandoned the community center during lockdowns and never returned. He confessed feeling invisible. At my suggestion, he printed a simple flyer, "Looking for friendly chess over coffee, beginners welcome," and posted it on the library bulletin board. Within a week, 3 strangers responded. By month's end, the group had grown to 8, meeting Wednesday mornings. Miguel's blood pressure dropped, and he rediscovered laughter that medicine alone could not prescribe. His story reminds us that connection doesn't require grand events, only the courage to invite one conversation and watch it bloom into lasting, supportive friendships. Connection Quest. Identify one person you haven't spoken with in the last month, a cousin, neighbor, or former coworker, and send a short, sincere message today. Keep it simple. Thinking of you and would love to catch up over tea. Then, schedule a 10-minute call or socially distanced walk. Mark the date on your calendar so anticipation can lift your spirits in the meantime. If transportation is tricky, explore virtual clubs offered free through public libraries. Many host book chats on Zoom and provide technical help by phone. Your voice is a gift someone else is longing to hear during quieter evenings. Mistake number 6. Delaying routine health screenings because everything feels fine. High blood pressure, colon polyps, and early glaucoma rarely announce themselves with pain, yet detecting them early prevents costly complications. I understand that scheduling appointments, arranging rides, and facing test results can stir anxiety, but ignoring preventive care is like disabling your smoke detector simply because you haven't seen flames. Medicare covers many annual screenings without copay, including blood pressure, cholesterol, and certain cancer checks. Partner with your primary physician to create a personalized calendar, treating each date as an investment in future freedom and peace for beloved ones always. Barbara, 71, postponed a colonoscopy 3 years in a row, convinced the prep would be unbearable. When she finally scheduled it, doctors removed 2 precancerous polyps easily. She later confided that the worst part had been the weeks of worry beforehand, not the procedure itself. Now she keeps a bright sticker chart on her refrigerator, marking each completed appointment with a gold star. Her grandchildren adore awarding the stickers, and Barbara beams at their cheers. Turning health maintenance into a family celebration, reframe screening from fearful obligation to empowering milestone that secured many more holiday meals, shared together, joyfully forever. Screening strategy. Call your clinic tomorrow and request a printout of recommended tests based on age and medical history. Tape it inside a cabinet door where you'll see it while reaching for mugs. Highlight overdue items in bright ink. Next, schedule the simplest appointment first. Maybe a blood pressure check at your local pharmacy, creating momentum. Share your plan with a family member or friend so they can cheer each completed step. Remember, knowledge is power. Catching concerns early often means simpler treatments, shorter recoveries, and longer years doing what you love without draining finances or causing unnecessary hospital stays later on. Mistake number 7. Suppressing emotions with stoic silence instead of seeking help when grief, anxiety, or depression strike. Mental health is physical health. Chronic stress elevates inflammation, weakens immunity, and dulls memory. Many seniors were raised to keep troubles private, but unspoken pain grows heavy. Talking with a counselor, faith leader, or trusted friend lightens that load, often unlocking better sleep, appetite, and resilience. Modern therapy includes telephone sessions, online video, and group workshops covered by Medicare. Courageously naming feelings is not weakness. It is the bravest act of self-preservation and a gift to everyone who cares about your well-being deeply. 80-year-old Nora lost her husband last spring and insisted she was fine, though neighbors noticed unopened mail piling up. During her checkup, she admitted skipping meals and Sunday walks. I connected her with a widow's support group that met over Zoom. At first, she turned off her camera, simply listening. By the third week, Nora shared a story about her husband's garden jokes, and the group laughed warmly. She now hosts a weekly virtual coffee hour, guiding newcomers through computer setup. Nora's blood pressure stabilized, and she smiles when recounting plans to plant tomatoes again in her sunny backyard soon. Emotional wellness prompt. Write down one feeling you experienced today. Joy, frustration, nostalgia, anything. Next, rank its intensity from 1 to 10. If it scores above 7 or lingers more than 2 days, share it with someone you trust. Use simple words. I felt anxious, level 8, since yesterday. Speaking specifics transforms clouds into rain you can dance beneath. If a professional seems daunting, call your area agency on aging. They often provide free counseling referrals. Remember, you deserve the same compassion you freely give others, and asking for help models strength for younger generations watching and learning from your courage. We've journeyed through 7 common mistakes, from processed dinners to unspoken grief, and discovered practical antidotes doctors trust every day. Notice a pattern? Each solution relies not on perfection, but on small, consistent actions. Swapping one meal, lifting light weights, pouring water, honoring bedtime, reaching out, scheduling exams, and sharing feelings. When woven together, these threads create a vibrant tapestry of well-being that no single pill can duplicate. You hold the needle. Even choosing one change today begins stitching stronger health and deeper happiness into the fabric of your future, and inspires others who quietly look up to your resilient example daily. Take a moment now to select the mistake that resonated most strongly with you. Perhaps the sweet drinks, the late nights, or the silent sorrow, and write it on a sticky note. Place that note where you'll notice it first thing tomorrow. Better yet, share your commitments in the comments section below. Our channel's supportive community loves cheering fellow travelers. Your simple declaration sparks accountability and turns wisdom into action. If this video helped, tap the like button and subscribe for weekly doctor-approved guidance designed for seniors who believe life after 60 can be their most vibrant chapter, filled with purpose always. Thank you for spending these moments with me. I'm honored to walk beside you on this journey toward healthier, happier years. Remember, aging is not a downward slide, but a climb toward broader views. Each positive choice adds another sturdy step. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and treat yourself with the same kindness you extend to loved ones. I'll see you in the next video, cheering every courageous change you make. May your mornings begin with gratitude, your afternoons with meaningful activity, and your evenings with peaceful rest under stars that remind you possibilities remain limitless at every age.